Well, I think we were partially surprised. There had been suggestions that the breast milk that is bought online could actually be tainted with cow's milk. And what we did was we did some experiments to show that that actually was the case. But the reason I'm not that surprised, though, is because when people buy breast milk online, they often get paid by the ounce. And so since there was financial incentive, we thought that maybe some people were adding cow's milk in order to get more money for the milk they were selling.
For people watching this, they might ask, why are women selling breast milk online? What's the answer?
Sure. So we did a study a couple of years ago, and most women that were selling milk online did so because they had excess milk or abundant milk. So that was the vast majority of them. A few of them said that they were doing it for the money, but the vast majority of them were selling it because they had extra or excess milk.
How about who's buying it?
Sure. So in that same study, again, looking at people who were posting on the internet for selling and buying milk, roughly 80% of the women that were seeking to have milk or to get milk online were doing so to provide it to their own child. And roughly 1/5 of them said that they wanted it because their child had some sort of a medical condition and they couldn't make enough milk themselves, so they were getting it for their own child who they wanted to feed human breast milk, but for medical reasons.
It seems like this is relatively new terrain, so one would ask, what are the regulations internationally about this? Are there many?
Sure. So, I can speak most clearly about the U.S. Regulations. And so the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has made recommendations that say that you should not buy breast milk from the internet. However, there are no actual regulations here in the United States. It's recommendations, but not regulations. I have to say that internationally, I'm not as well informed about all of the various international regulations.
So the suggestion is not to do it. Are there overall dangers involved? Is there a reason why?
Sure. So we think that if a woman is not making enough breast milk, that she should work with her pediatrician to find a safe alternative. The main dangers would be that roughly 1 year ago, we also bought breast milk and found that 75 to 80% of them actually contained very, very high levels of bacteria and pathogenic bacteria. So there's one reason, is that it could have infectious diseases in them. And then from this study, what we learned is that this 10% that has cow's milk, if a woman is trying to get breast milk online because her son or daughter has an allergic reaction to cow's milk or is intolerant of cow's milk, lots of formula products are made with cow's milk, and so they could be going online to get human milk because of an allergic reaction. So those are the two main things, is that it could possibly contain infectious disease, and also it could contain cow's milk. And I think the take-home message from us is really, you just don't know what you're getting, and you certainly cannot guarantee the safety of that either.
And so I guess if let's say I was a mother, wanted to provide this for my child, I was at a dinner party with you and said, Jesse, help me, how do I ensure the breast milk I want to buy online is pure? What would you say to them?
I would say absolutely don't buy it online. Contact your pediatrician and work out a safe alternative strategy. Or you can also look for, there are in the United States 15 milk banks that do screen the milk and pasteurize the milk, and that is considered a safe alternative. However, the message here is that those milk banks just don't have enough milk, which is why we think people are going online to find alternative ways.